Alrighty. This is going to be a very quick impromptu patch reaction video today because I did not really have time to set up. I just came from a New Year's celebration on the tail end of it. I'm a bit tired, so I'm just going to do the straight patch notes without any of the normal editing that I do to cut out some spots. So this is just going to be a quick off-the-cuff thing. We're going to go through the patch notes really quick. I've been told that there are card changes, a few for normal standard, and then quite a few coming in for Solastere. I'm still not sure I'm pronouncing that correct, but we will find out. Okay. Apologies if you do hear fireworks going off. Unfortunately, not really much I can do about that because today is, of course, New Year's Day. So, without further ado, let us start with the patch notes. Solastere is now legal. Awakening in Uldun has rotated out. Obviously, Nightfall is going to be our set promo, and Sanctum of Repression and Pact Beyond Death being our promos for last month's GP winner and League promo winner, respectively. Or I may have that backwards, but either way. They are available to check on the LackeyBot search function, I believe. There have been changes, I believe, to how League and GP promos can now be won, but that is going to be something to look into later. Let's go ahead and just get right into the card changes. So starting off with Borrow. Borrow now costs XXB from 2B and creates X jellyfish, draws X cards, and gains X life. Wow. Okay, so this is definitely a nerf. However, we can now scale much higher jellyfish very late in the game. So if you have 7 mana, you can draw 3, create 3 jellyfish, and gain 3 life. That is compelling. I think it is definitely a net nerf, but Borrow was already a very good card, so I'm not too surprised there. But I am interested to see if it still has a place in the meta. I would say most likely. And then Soul Space Refit no longer caches. So this is part... Oh, sorry, actually, let me make sure. Let me make sure I am talking about the correct card here. Yeah, okay, so this is part of a group of changes to nerf flickers across the board because they were kind of outstripping canon power level flickers by quite a bit. So the curators are bringing back the power of flickers just a tad. So Soul Space Refit is going to be part of that group. Just skipping ahead here a little bit, redeploy, survey what's left, brief stop, experimental flight, second X ready, and start anew, and travel to other worlds are all either changing or likely to be changed by the next time we have an Eternal event, which I believe will be 2 months from now. We also now have changes to Amarthin Hoarder, which can only be activated as a sorcery. That is, I believe, going to limit... I'll be honest, I have not participated in the last Eternal month, so I'm not super keyed into everything. But Amarthin Hoarder, I believe part of the combo was that it could be active at instant speed, I think. Or at least a lot of its power level was part of that, so I think that nerf's probably going to hit the card a bit. And Marked Passage, which those who don't know, was played with Laboratory Maniac and Eternal to instantly win the game. Now needs you to pay the life, so you can't go into debt. Yep. Perfectly fair change. Okay, so after this, we are now going to move into Solastere changes to the actual set itself. I'm going to go through the images of each one. Admittedly, I don't remember a lot of the pre-change versions, so I'm kind of just going to react on the fly. So let's just go ahead and get started. Alwanar, the Humbled Stars Adventure, now makes a 1/3 from a 1/1. Okay, I actually do know this card. Let me make sure I put Set Soul. Oh, yes. Okay, this is a great change. So this is another 2-mana ramp spell. Alright, I am very into this. 1/3 is infinitely easier to have survive than 1/1. Much less vulnerable to Terminal Impact, and just having this creature in your back is so nice. Oh, and they did I don't think I mentioned, the cast trigger got changed as well. That might be later in the patch notes, but I believe it used to set your other creature's power and toughness to 5/5. But now it makes a 10/10, so you get 20 power off your 10-drop. That is not too shabby off your ramp creature. I don't think your typical ramp deck would want this maybe over the 2-mana land ramp spell. I mean, honestly, I think... Oh, man, that is super compelling. I'm definitely going to have to look into this more, but I am definitely way more into this than I was before. Very spicy change. Alright, moving on. Astraling now pays green-blue for +1, -1, or -1, +1, or to phase out. Admittedly, I don't remember what Astraling had before. Did anything... Oh, gosh. I really wish I had looked at these cards before the changes, man. I have no idea. I'm going to assume it did something before. Oh, you know what? I think it gained hexproof before. So phasing out's definitely a bit of a nerf to Astraling, and I think it's probably a fair nerf. The card was a mega control killer, and phasing out's still pretty good against removal. So yeah, I think it's a fair change. Asulio the Watchful Star. Oh, okay, so for those who don't know, I think this used to be a 3-mana cancel, and now it's a negate that draws a card. Holy. Okay, I mean, again, it does draw a 10-mana card, which is a lot, but... Oh, and even wishes 2 cards, too. Okay, so I wonder if the whole Dragon Cycle's changed. Man, this is spicy. Okay, big buff to Iviana decks. Like, this is super good. You can hold this up to protect Iviana from removal. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I am so into this. This is so good to cast off Gration, too. Holy crap. Yeah, okay. Great change. Alright. Aureola Cruceris' adventure now only affects opponents. Oh, wait, was this the, Yes, nice. Okay, so now, the Flicker combo, which, for those who don't know, there is an angel in this set that flickers the entire board, I believe. It sect itself and then returns it. Now, before it used to be like, oh, you can play it with the Royal Cruceris. I did not say that right. Areola Cruceris. To wipe the whole board, but now you only wipe your opponent's board and flicker all your stuff. That is very compelling. I'm quite into that. Okay. Next we have Auroric Saver. Oh, Auroric Saver now exiles any number of other permanents you own until the next end step. Yep. Okay. That's fair. Oh, man, it still says non-land. I was hoping from the wording that would maybe flicker lands too, but no. Okay. Yeah. That's fair. Okay. Board Wipe Dream is gone, but that's alright. I think it'll probably still be a pretty solid card. Oh, man, these names. I'm going to have trouble. Balanos Crestus Adventurers. Now return target creature binding controls to its owner's hand from an attacking creature. Wait, is this still 1 mana? Oh, okay. Yeah, that is so good. Holy crap. Alright, yeah, that is strong. And, you know, it's still going to be a deck building consideration, because I do believe there is a blue creature that wants you to have instants in your graveyard, and obviously adventures don't go to the graveyard. So yeah, okay. I love this change. Another great change. Okay, cool. Alright, Black Dawn Sellsword now pays 1R, remove a -1 counter friend, get trample until end turn, from 1R to +1/+0. Okay, yeah, that is fair. This is the double striking one, right? Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Okay, there's actually a different double striking card I'm thinking of. Okay, yeah. I'll be honest. I do not remember this card whatsoever. I think it's a solid change. Yeah, I think it'll probably be a bit better. Yeah, but I still don't think I'm into it as is. Blinded Herald is now a cleric from Soldier. Let's see if this is relevant. No, probably not. Okay. Cascade Seer's tokens no longer create more tokens. What? Cascade Seer. Oh, did I misspell that? If I take out Seer. Cascade Channeler, maybe? Oh, this card! Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably fair, because this card was spooky. I think it'll probably still be pretty good. It does not take very much for Prowess 1-drops to be good, so yeah. Super into this still. Yeah, very solid. Very, very solid. If we get a Prowess deck, that's probably going to be part of it. Okay, Cepheus Delugo, or Delujo, possibly. I didn't read what the buff was. Select the Delujo now costs 2 white-blue from 1 white-blue. Oh, what did that do? Exile target non-land permanent. Oh, flicker nerf. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I don't think the card was going to see much play before, and I still don't think it's going to see any play now. Chasing Stars now creates a chart on entry instead of whenever you sacrifice a non-token. Huh. Is that a buff or a nerf? I think that's probably a nerf for a deck that was all in on chasing stars. But if you have a deck that just happens to have some sack fodder, well, if you have just, you're not going to run this in a deck that just happens to have sack fodder. Yeah, I think that is a net nerf. Yeah, probably. I mean, I could still see a world where the card sees play, but I do think overall it's probably a net negative. Probably. Cleansing Starfire now cares if you cast it and only gains life once each turn. Oh, wait, no. No! Ugh, this was one of going to be my day one decks. I wasn't going to flicker it, though, so I don't mind about the if you cast it part, but the once each turn. I think they already had the once each turn before, right? Or maybe not. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Yeah, this still actually does everything I want it to do. Every time you play a Planeswalker, you gain life equals the number of loyalty counters on it. Every time you play a battle, you gain life to the number of loyalty counters on it. And as long as you only play one per turn. So yeah, this still does everything I want. So I think the deck I was going to play should actually still be solid. Cool. Okay. Crackling Moonkai got quite a change. Crackling Moonkai is now 3/3, enters with a -1/-1 counter, and can pay blue and a red to remove a -1 counter, to add blue, red, or red to cast an instant or sorcery. This is the one that reduced, I believe. Yeah, okay. I've seen worse. Like, this is still a solid card, I think. 3/3 Beating Flyer is not bad. Sort of refunds mana. It's like a 3-mana 3/3 that makes a treasure token and has flying on it, right? That's basically what this is. I could see a world where it sees play. It's not bad. Dark Star Envoy is now Dark Star Harbinger, a 2/3 that makes a treasure token entry and sacrifices 2 artifacts and or other creatures to draw 2 and add black. Wait. Oh, Harbinger. Right. Okay. Because it used to force, like... Okay, yeah, okay. That's still pretty freaking solid, I think. That is solid. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. I think this is a buff for the card. Because before it used to do a bunch of other stuff on top of the current effect, but now the effect is a lot easier to trigger. Yeah, I'm into it. Alright, moving on. We have Divine Repurposing. Now it only ends the turn on your turn. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. You flash it in on your opponent's or upkeep or whatever. That's probably pretty gross. I don't think I saw anyone trying to do that, but I'm sure it could happen. So yeah, that's just a good preventative change. Draconis Magistus's Adventure now cannot be countered. What do you do again? Oh, this was the 3-mana cancel. Well, I don't remember what the other one did. Well, either way. Yeah, nice buff. 3-mana that can't be countered. The back half can't be countered. That's going to be a nice little control tool for control mirrors, I think. But, yeah, it's all a little change. Earthly Trifles is now renamed Earthly Absolution. I mean, I guess we can look at this. Oh, this card. Yeah. I like this one. Solid. Okay. Elemental Advent. What did you do? Oh, yeah. Solid 2-mana. I forget the names. Make 2/1/1s. Yep. Solid. Raise the Alarm. That's the one. Oh, no, but Eloris the Pathfinder's been changed. Okay, I'm not going to look at what the text says. Eloris, are you better or worse in mono green? 2 and a green flash. Whenever Eloris becomes tapped to create a 1/1, if Eloris would die, exile him instead. When you do, create a green spirit creature with this creature's power to... Oh, I think that's a buff for mono green. Holy shit, that is so nice off Huskforger. Oh. Oh, I'm very into this. Yeah. Yep. I'm super into this. I love this for mono green. Oh, voice crack. I love this for mono green. Yeah. So you can either play him as a sort of Goblin Rabble Master, or you can play them when you know removal's coming, and if your opponent wipes the board, screw you, I now have a creature that sticks around after. Oh, yeah, that's great. Is pretty weak into Sanctum of Repression, which is not great. But outside of that, I mean, none of Mono Green's creatures are good into Sanctum of Repression. That card is a beating. But outside of that, yeah, I'm pretty into this design. Yeah, good change. I like it. All right, Eltanen the Silent Star. Let's look at you. Were you the one that, the white one that gained indestructible if you cast it? And you had no other stuff? Alright, 7/1 white. When you cast a spell, your opponent's cast spells until your next turn! Oh, no! Oh, this is just gonna kill people with Gratian. And Eviana. Holy fuck. Oh my god. That is brutal. Holy fuck. Yeah, okay. That's super sick, and I'm definitely gonna die to this a couple times. God damn. Yeah, that is awesome. Okay. Eulogy of the Beyond now creates a chart on entry and costs 3 blue to reactivate. I do not know who you are. 1 and a blue, you make a chart, and you pay 5 to return 2 target instant sorcery cards from your graveyard to your hand. Huh. Yeah. Probably bad, but it's cool. I like it. Fateful Second now eat enchantments. Holy fuck, dude. Really? Oh my god. I thought this was already the best white removal spell, and now it can hit enchantments? Oh my god, that's crazy. Sanctum of Repression, your days are numbered. Holy god. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if that's strong. That is super duper strong. Wow, yeah. Wow. Well, we'll see. That seems crazy to me, but we will see. Ravenous Stirrings, Nami Foes Unfed. Yes, that's so funny. Thank you. That is so good. Oh my god, that is incredible. Beautiful. Yeah, alright. Man. I was already planning on playing mono green 3-drops, but the fact that Foes Unfed is now the name, and Eloris just got a big buff. Oh, I'm never going to be playing anything else. Well, we'll see. But yeah, that is sick. Form of the Sun now checks if it was cast. Yeah, that's a good call. For those who don't know, Form of the Sun, when energy gains from life, you put 2 star counters on it, deals that damage to you and up to 1 or target creature. So, being able to flicker this to both reset the counters and just gain 10 life, probably a bit silly. Guidelight Graveheart. I don't know who you are, though. Who are you? Let's try Guidelight. There you go. Oh, Graveheart with an E, without the E. If you cast it, return target creature card from anybody 3 unless you're here to that field. Probably a good call to potentially avoid any Redeemer of the Fallen. God, I spending a month away from Rev have just obliterated all my recollection of the card names. But yeah, this is a good call. This card, I could still see it being pretty good, honestly. It doesn't seem that bad, even if you can't do the potential combos anymore. Guiding Gladeheart is now a 3/5 without ward. I don't know who you are. Yeah, I figured. Alright, without ward. But was it a 2/2 before? I think 2/2. I think this is a buff. Yeah, this is solid. I could see me playing this in mono green. Yeah, that's not bad. It kind of, man, I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to think about it. It is quite slow, but yeah, I like it. I like it. Kynax Naturalist. Oh wait, you are. Who are you? No! Dang. I was gonna put this card in one of my decks, but yeah, okay. No longer can Phyrexian Tower with artifacts and enchantments. Okay, that's fair. Sacrifice another creature to draw a card. I could see a world where that's still good. I'm not gonna run it in mono green, but I could see other places where it's nice. That's not bad, yeah. Leonis Exertus. What do you do? And what was the change? Now cost 3 right and make 3. Oh, so it's no longer a raise the alarm. Okay, I like having less raise the alarms, to be honest. We have so many of them in the format, so pushing some to higher mana values, a-okay with me, and I think this is a cool one to have be more expensive. I'm a fan. Light Pierced Envoy is now an elemental from a golem. No offense to the golems deck, but every tool you can take away from golems, I am a-okay with it. Though I don't think this was going to be a pushed golem card, but hey, I don't mind it going. Lost Pilgrim now costs 2 green to activate from 1 green. Lost Pilgrim, were you that mill 1-drop? You were the mill 1-drop. That is unfortunate. I did like this one, but 2 green might be too expensive. Yeah, that is a lot. We'll see. I could still see a world where it's okay. Alright, Lutra Inquisos. Oh, the Otter. What was the change? Now mill's opponent's equal to the greatest number of cards in the graveyard when it attacks. Ooh, I don't know what it did before, but that's like just double the amount of mill you've done so far if you're not running Exile. That could be solid. That could be solid. Nilicent Layspire. I am... These names, not good on 12 a.m. brain. Nilicent Layspire. Yeah, that is a good call. I was going to build a Flicker deck if this did not get nerfed, because that would be so silly. Yeah, okay. Good call. I'm not going to lie. I'm liking the nerfs to Flickers this patch. Yep. Oblivion's Escort now creates a tapped token. Who are you? Oh, that's a good call as well. Don't want to have that just hanging around. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this change. Good change. I love that design. It's so fun. Ulf Van Skylord is now a 6/6 from a 5/5. Hey, oh, okay, I like that a lot. Yeah, that's a good change too. 6/6 is so much nicer of a beater than a 5/5. Yeah, I could definitely see a control deck wanting this just a bit more now. Because before, if you tapped out to play this, which why would you, but if you did, if you tapped out to play this, it was very vulnerable to certain, 3 damage threshold removal. So now that it starts out as a 4/4, it's a little safer. One Knight of Serenity is now 3 and a green to create 3 tokens, or gain 3, then create a number of tokens. Or, okay, 3 green to create 3 tokens, or gain 3, then create a number of tokens equal to the amount, how much more life you have than your starting total. Oh, this was the other Raise the Alarm, right? Yeah, okay. Where X is your life total minus your starting life total. Okay, cool. Yeah, solid payoff for Soul Sister decks and the like. Cool. Orbital Vacuum. Oh, Orbital Vacuum. Okay, it's now banished tonight. You can bin the exile card to gain 5 when you cast something with a greater mana value. Honestly, I mean, before it made a 1/1 whenever you cast something greater mana value. Honestly, I kind of like this. Do I like this more? Oh, it's still good. They're both still so good. Both versions. Yeah, I'm into this no matter. Either way. The 5 life is going to be so nice to just dumpster aggro. I say as the person who mainly runs Stompy and aggro decks. Yeah, but no, I am into this. It's pretty cool. Alright, Ephemeros Ley Pillar now checks if you cast it. The Ley Pillars are getting all the cast restrictions. I mean, they did have the powerful ETBs. That's okay. Yep, that one deserves a cast restriction. Yep. Quara's Martyr has been reworked and now has XB, sacrifice this, you draw X cards and lose X life. I don't remember what you did, so let me see what you do. Right, this was the one that when it died, it draws a card and then you could pay 2 to sack it to draw a card. Yeah, that card was definitely really strong. And this design is still pretty cool, honestly. I'm very into this. This could be solid. Yeah, I still like this. Rustaball. Ooh, okay. I've been interested in this one because I would say probably Rustaball was the best of the cycle before the changes. So let's see how the changes have affected him now. Rustaball. When you cast this, each opponent loses half your life rounded up. You gain life equal life lost this way. That is not bad. And I believe the discard mode is pretty much the same, right? Yeah, I think it is. I mean, the other cast triggers I don't think have been mentioned, but I might have to mention that to the curators. that the flickers are not reflected in the patch notes, but we'll see. Rex Tyrannos. Oh wait, this was a good card. What is it? What was the change? Is now green to look at top 3 and put a creature or land card. Oh, that's not bad. Isn't Adventurous Impulse like almost exactly that? That is not bad at all, dude. That is a solid freaking contender with what's the card? A Journey Begins. I mean, obviously this isn't quite a Journey Begins, don't get me wrong, but like Mono Green Stompy. I'm kind of into it a little bit. I mean, again, 7 mana 7/5 that cheats something into play. We wouldn't play that normally, but just being attached to this 1 mana adventure, oh man, I'm like right there. I could see it. So gosh, Scintillation Scion. Scintillation Scion. Evil name. What did you do? Now tap blue or blue if you draw 2 or more cards in turn and can't spend a mana on creature spells. Okay, yeah, I don't know what it did before, but yeah, normal blue mana dark that usually doesn't see play, but it's cool. Serpens Oblis is now 1 white to exile non-permanent mana 2/2 or less as protection from enemy shield. Oh wait, that's solid, right? Is it still a sorcery? Yeah, it's still a sorcery. Okay. This eats lots of different things. Oh wow, this is pretty good. I think this eats like Sanctum of Repression, Exorcist of Errors, so many more things. Oh my god, wait, yeah, this is a pretty hefty buff. I might actually play this now. Okay, quick side note. The fact that they're buffing so many... I shouldn't say they. The fact that the curators are buffing so many, like, of these adventure creatures, and it's mainly, like, the adventures in the back half when it's necessary, is so cool. Because before, I think everyone kind of agreed, like, yeah, they're really cool, but they're not really into them. But now they're actually competitively costed, like, just a tiny hair before being below competitively costed. And now, like, the fact that they have a back half really matters. So I'm happy that they're making these changes, because now these adventure creatures may actually see play, and at least to me, they are the coolest part of the set by far. So I'm happy that they're going to potentially see the play that they deserve. Anyway, Become Not is now Stolen Singularity, and its second mode is now counter target activated or triggered ability of a non-land source. Ooh, that's exciting. Let's see what you do. A single blue mana. Oh! 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 It's a Stifle that also comes with 1 mana value counter? Fuck yeah, dude. That is awesome. Oh, man. I really hope like a Stifle Knot deck can come out of this, because that is so spicy. God, I love that. This set slaps, man. These are such good buffs. Thuberon, the Fervent Star, now adds 10 red mana when cast, instead of when he enters. I know I didn't grab the full thing. Let me just type the manual T. Okay. Also spicy. Yep, that's great. Big fan of that one. I still think he's probably one of the weaker members of the cycle, but I don't care. He's cool. Alright. Torpor Harvester. I don't remember what you did. Oh, you're going to tell me. Now draws a card and loses 1 whenever it enters or attacks from when you draw a card once per turn. I'm going to have to read what this does. That's solid. Replaces itself, is a beater. That's solid. I don't know what I would play it in, but that is solid. Transcendent Council. I was just talking about this card earlier today. I really wanted to play it, but I didn't think I could quite get there, so let's see what the buffs are. No more Indestructible. Flying, it's a 4 mana 6/6. At the beginning of combat on your turn, each opponent sacrifices a non-land non-token permanent. Player does tap Transcendent Council. Okay. Definitely a stronger card than before. It is no longer good in the deck I wanted to play it in, so I'm probably not going to play it there anymore, but I think it's much, much better now in general. So that is cool. Moonscar Dominus is now Twilight Firebird. Alright, it looks like it's just a totally new card, so let's just go ahead and look at it. 4 Boros for a 4/2 creature Phoenix with flying. When it enters, exile the top 4 cards of your library. Whenever it attacks or dies, until the end of your next turn, you may play a permanent card exile with it. Permanent card. Interesting. Yeah, okay. I can see a world where it's decent. Like, it's another solid top end. We have the Phoenix and Boros from an earlier set. It was a Worlds promo, I think. Offset Demon, I want to say. Demon? I don't know how to pronounce that card. Offset Damon, I'm going to go with. So I think this is a pretty solid Boros card. I could see a world where you play Lace Shard or Shigane Man or Burns into this. Yeah. I mean, the fact that it still draws a card when it dies is sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into it. God, I cannot pronounce that. Crusaris, 6 red white. I didn't read what it did. Oh, to any non-player target. Okay. I thought it was just straight up Lightning Helix attached to an adventure, which would have been insane. Yeah, non-player target. Is that good? I don't know if that's good. It could be good. We'll see. I don't mind it. Ursur's Majora's Adventure now draws a card and lets you put a basic from your hand onto the field for 1 green? Holy shit. Oh my god, wait. Is this card just insane? Oh. Yes. The ramp deck is real. We have 2 different solid ramp spells now. Yes. Oh my god, this is one of my favorite pre-patch change logs ever. Incredible. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. And a nerf to the card that was going to ruin my life. Zukar Null Champions +2 is now +1 and must target an opponent from a player. Target opponent gains control of targeted permanent you control. Could you have it target yourself to gain control of something you control? Okay, sure. I don't know if that would work with like active trees and stuff, but yeah. I mean, the plus 2 going from +2 to +1 is the real change here. So yeah, that's cool. And then yeah, for those who want to look into it more, these are the real like in-depth flicker changes, but I won't go into that too much. So yeah. This was a freaking incredible patch. Loved so much of this. I didn't even... Normally, when I read these patch notes, there's like a card that gets nerfed that I was planning on playing. Then I'm like, yeah, that's fair, but I really wanted to play it. Or a card that gets buffed that I know I'm going to absolutely despise. None of that. This was such a good patch. Literally just hyper-targeted to my tastes. Yeah. Just want to say to Scribble and the curators, excellent job. And I am so excited for this first month of Solastere's Time and Revolution.